All right, I think we're live, and I guess I need to get started before this thing starts buffering again. I think I'm going to go back to some pre-recorded stuff and limit the lives until I get all the technical kinks out. But the video that I saw, good morning, everybody. This thing is buffering already, so I'm going to make it short. One of my viewers, subscribers, my ugly girl member, sent me a video for me to watch of another gentleman who has a YouTube channel. He has a large following, and he talked about how women are buying relationships. And he said that the ideal relationship is a 50-50 relationship because I guess what he's saying in his logic is that it counteracts or thwarts any usury. If everyone's coming with what they're coming with, nobody's using anybody else. Listen. Every relationship is a relationship. Relationships start, relationships are maintained because each person has something the other person wants. Okay? Okay? So, this argument about 50-50, when we're talking 50-50 here, it's usually about money, you know. It's about money. It's always about money. When we talk about percentages and anything dealing with numbers, it's about money. But relationships, the reason why you pick a man, the reason why he picks you is because you have something he wants and he has something you want. And usually it's something that you don't have that the other person wants. So the usury part is the dynamic of the relationship in the first place. I'm using you to get something from you. Not in malice, but you have something I don't have. Whether it's your vajayjay, whether it's your money, whether it's your intellect, we're all attracted to people for different reasons. But this shaming, this damnation around a woman being inspired to start relationships with men because they are financially set, financially stable, it's getting old. It's so tired. It's like come on. You don't get with somebody for no reason. You don't love anybody for no reason. You love people for reasons. And whatever the reason is the condition. And if there is a condition means that it is conditional love. It is not unconditional love. So can we stop being demonized because we want men to present their value? Because a man's value is his resources. It is his money. And it's okay for him to want you to spend your resources, which is all of this and all of this and all of this, right? You can give him that for free, and somehow that's looked at as virtue. Somehow it's looked at as spiritual. Somehow it's looked at as natural. But when a woman requires a man to come with his resources to better her life, I think he called it, women use men as an insurance policy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And you say that to say what? Are we supposed to be ashamed about that? Whatever. But they expect you to diminish or use what is the thing that you come with that's valuable while they hold on to theirs. They want you to absorb the risk while they take none. Because if a man's spending any of his money, he's now taking a risk. There is no risk until he starts spending his money. I need for you ladies to understand this. Him having sex with you is not a risk. He doesn't see that as a risk. That it's every day. Let's get it on. It is what it is. It's natural. There's no big thought to it. It's not a risk for him. His risk is when he starts spending his cash. Meanwhile, when you open your knees, you putting all your cards on the table, and there's nothing left for you to bargain with, because you have given up what is the most valuable thing that you're coming with, and that's this. That's your person. I don't care how much money you make as a woman. I said it before, it doesn't matter how many degrees you have. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank. That still doesn't push you up to the cream of the crop. As far as how women are judged, your money and your education doesn't pull you up here. You don't become the upper echelon, the elite 20% that all men want because of your education, because of the money that you make. Men who want you to come with 50% this or that don't want to risk it all. They do not want to take risks like that because it is a risk. You can walk away, you can make him lose a lot of money. He invests in you and then you decide, well, I don't want to be with you no more. Then what? He can't get the money back. I mean, he can make more, but he can't get the money that he spent on you back. Really, right? So to curtail all of that, he says you come with your 50. Come with your 50 because I'm not absorbing all of this loss. But do you understand, with what you the 50% that you're coming with is not your money. Even if you have it, it's not your money. It's this. It's this. This is your 50%. I don't care what any of them say. This is what they're attaching themselves to. Not your money unless he's impoverished. Unless he's poor and doesn't have any resources of his own. Usually men who have money are not making your money a criteria. They just don't. They just don't. So it's a poverty mindset. When men talk about this 50-50 stuff, it's a poverty mindset that they're indoctrinating us to feel that, this thing is it's normal. It's normal. Like cheating is normal, like wanting another wife is normal. You go down the list of all the normal things that we are indoctrinated with as far as these relationships go. We're supposed to swallow all of that and come up with 50% too. So I'm supposed to condition myself to expect you to cheat on me later on because that's how you're biologically wired. And I got to pay you to do it. I got to give you 50% of my money to break my heart. Talk to me. I'm trying not to curse. Trying. Talk to me. You are an investment. Yes, they have to invest. You push a watermelon out your cooch, your belly sliced open so life can continue. Right, you need resources. You do, because like you said so eloquently, once you push a watermelon out your cooch, you got the stretch marks, your belly sliced. You've been through the war. You look like you've been through war. They want to trade you in, so you need an insurance policy. You do. Relationships are insurance policies for if and when the dude decides to trade you in for something else. Okay. Curse Selk is curse. You want me to curse? Then you gotta donate. Then you gotta give me a couple of dollars because they're gonna stop the ads. If you want me to curse, then y'all gotta donate so I can go really raw with it. Because I'm trying to contain myself. Trying to be a lady here. Do you think men should invest in you financially even before marriage? I believe so. I believe you need to have a snapshot into what you're getting because most women are having intercourse before they're married, so I don't see why is it such a big stretch of the imagination to require him to come up with what he gonna come up with and give you a snapshot into what life will be like with him. You're doing that when you open your legs. Okay? You're doing that when you open your legs. A man takes care of a woman. That's his job. Now, the argument is, a lot of men say, women are not doing their duty, which, to be honest, we could tighten up on a lot of things too. But I feel that a woman who is well cared for will naturally be a Betty Crocker. She'll make homemade bread for you if you're not stressing her out. If you're leading and she doesn't have to wonder about your direction. She sees that you're disciplined and you're focused and you're working and you're intelligent. You're sharp as a tack. A woman's gonna be well behaved. Women don't behave themselves for simps. If you're a simp, a woman's gonna walk all over you. A woman knows when she's in a real man's presence. She gets real quiet. She gets real damselish. Okay? When a woman's in the presence of a man, she bows. Period. Period. So if a man isn't experiencing that, it's just because he's not a real man. We gotta test this thing for strength and brawn. We gotta test you. A lot of men these days ain't passing the test. Women are easy to control. We're not that hard to control. We're not that complicated. Not at all. It's just we're living in a time where, masculinity is demonized for the most part. And I feel sorry for brothers in that regard because anything synonymous with masculinity now is demonized. And, women are women are not helping this situation. Women are sabotaging other women. Our saboteurs are not men, it's other women. I keep saying that all the time. You think your enemy is a man? Never. Never. It's a woman who has a vajayjay like you. She's your enemy. She's the one plotting and scheming, creating division and hierarchies and stuff so you can't eat. Oh, I'm better than her and I'm better than her and all of that competition nonsense. You think it's men? Please. That's why I refuse to believe that men are naturally hypersexual. A lot of men have ED. Ooh. I read about it in my nursing textbook, erectile dysfunction. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of ED going around, and a lot of young men are afflicted with this dysfunction. So it's like a lot of you sisters are afraid of men. Like afraid. You're afraid to measure up to their expectations. You feel pressure to look a certain way and act a certain way and be a certain way. For men who are dysfunctional. A lot of them. A lot of these men that you're afraid of measuring up to really want to get bent over by other men too. It's a lot of that. Oh my gosh. A whole lot of that. I tell you all the time, stop being intimidated by men. And the only way you can not be intimidated by a man is to let go of the pull, the prison that vanity creates. He has the power because he has your vanity in his hands. Meaning, you're not pretty until he tells you you are. That's his power. When you take that off the table, he now has to come with something tangible, something more tangible than the sweet nothings in your ear. Oh, I like your hair, and I love your voice, and I love this and that. All the compliments and the fluffery, the fluffery that they say that we go goo goo over, that you open your knees for. Before you open your knees for a compliment. You open your knees for a compliment, huh? This is what we do. Once you take vanity off the table, you won't be opening your knees for anything that hasn't been tried and proven. Nothing. Men created romance. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Men created romance. Men created every all the psychology that we know, all the romance, all the technology and everything. Men are brilliant. Brilliant creatures. We need them. Of course they're smarter than us. Of course. Our one flaw is that we are vain. What happened with Eve in the garden? She ate the apple and she knew she was naked. She ate the apple and knew she was naked. That was her downfall. Vanity. If we could get a hold of that, then we can level the playing field. Because most men that you meet are very, they're worldly. They've been through a lot of stuff. You got the intellectuals and the scientists and, the builders, the craftsmen and all that kind of stuff. Men are nice. Men are nice. Our problem, again, our weakness for them is vanity. Once you take that away, you know what happens? Your discernment goes through the roof. Through the roof it goes. You're able to see everything. Everything around you. You're able to hear things that you missed, see things that you missed. Your eyes become open when you let go of this need of sexual approval, sexual validation that men bring. They understand that is their power. They don't have any other power besides that. They really don't. They really don't. Their power over you is emotional. Emotional. And it's a race to get you emotionally tied up, because once you get emotionally tied up, guess what you're going to do? Even though he hasn't paid a bill, even though he doesn't follow through, guess what you're going to do? You're going to open your knees. You're going to open sesame. Your knees are going to be like a clothespin. Opening and closing all the time. For nothing. For nothing. And that's what this thing is. Hey, Ivy. Compliments don't pay bills. No, they don't. I can't do anything with compliments. Nope. I'm listening to Sulcus at the gym working out. You working out? Yes. Get the body right. Yo, I'm about to do a video with that new Beyonce song is, oh my gosh, it's the bomb. What's the name of it? What's the title of the new Beyonce song, y'all? I'm about to do a video dancing to that thing. We gotta have a dance off. We gotta have a dance off. All y'all gotta make a video dancing to Beyonce's new song, that marching band thing, whatever that thing is. Work the middle and work the middle. I'm gonna do it. I posted it on YouTube, girl. Oh yes, before I let go, that thing is hot. Show y'all my moves. Y'all think I ain't got no moves, but I got some moves. I got some moves. I got some moves. Don't get it twisted. So, oh, I know. I was just saying that's why many will take a woman with nothing to offer. Men are visual. They don't care what women have to offer. They just want sex. Yeah, they want that, but that doesn't hold. That doesn't hold them. That's the first grab. The first grab is primal. It's instinctual. You're attracted, and attraction is instinctual. Like some people say, well, why is he attracted, and why is she attracted? It's like sneezing. You can't, if you gotta sneeze, you just gotta sneeze. Attraction is like a sneeze. You can't intellectualize attraction. If you see something and you're turned on by it, that's just what it is. So it doesn't make any sense for us to debate about what type they like, and that sort of thing. So I see you, I want that. It's instinct. But once you start a relationship and you start relating to each other, that thing, that attraction thing doesn't hold it all in place. For a little while, yes, but not for the duration. The duration requires cleverness. It requires you to be a well-rounded woman, interesting. You have to be well read. You have to be passionate about something. Definitely just aren't passionate about anything in particular. They don't know what they want to do. They don't know what their life means. You have no purpose, and those type of women, uh, it's just for now. You're just like a, for now. You do for now. You want to be excited. Listen, if you're an unattractive woman, it would behoove you to be very excited. It would behoove you to be as unboring as you possibly can. Yes, Kiki, before I let go, I am going to do a dance video on that. Love it, love it. That gets me hyped. So yes, you being quiet and mousy and unattractive is not going to help your cause. It's really not. You have to be full of life. You have to look like you enjoy your life. Stop looking like you're depressed. Stop walking with your head down and looking like woe is me, looking like you're afraid of everything and everybody, looking like you're intimidated by everything and everybody. You're not going to attract anybody walking through life like that. And most women who are unattractive walk through life like that, and they feel that it's because of their physical form that nobody sees them. Nobody sees you because your head is down. Nobody sees you because you have nothing to say. Nobody sees you because you don't have a purpose. Nobody sees you because you live in fear. That's why nobody sees you. That's why you don't go to the gym. That's why you don't eat right. That's why you drink. That's why you smoke. That's why you have sex with men who don't care about you. It's all related. It's all related. Pick your head up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. My brother makes 90,000 a year, and that's not a lot of money by a long shot, but he's still able to afford to be a provider and have his wife stay home. They ain't in luxury but live very comfortable. It's motivation. Depending on where in the country you live, 90,000 a year, you're not going to be in a slum. You can't do 90,000 in California, and that ain't going to work here. But definitely, listen, United States is a big place. Why $90,000 in Wyoming? I think that's pretty good. It might be pretty good. So it's all what you're motivated to do. It's all what you're willing to do. 90,000 is damn good. No, not nowadays. It's pretty average. It's still pretty average. For 2019, that's an average life. Not too many luxuries there. So take trips. She ain't stressed, so I'm not trying to hear no excuses from men. It can be done. If he feels that you're worth it, if you're worth the sacrifice and the effort that he makes when he goes to work, he will do it for you. A lot of times, like I say all the time, men who don't do for you is because he doesn't want to. It's not because he feels there's something wrong with doing it. It's because you're not worth doing for. Whether it be because you look bad, or there's nothing else going on with you. There's several reasons for it. But then the other side of that is that, then why are you with her? Why are you using this woman? Why are you wasting her time if you don't want to bring your best to her? Let her go. But they don't do that either. They make a lot of these women feel like they're in genuine relationships, and you string you along for years. Men can string you along for years because they don't see time in the way that we see time. They don't see themselves like they're going to expire like women do. We feel like we're going to expire. Like a certain amount of time to have a baby, there's a certain amount of time that we're going to look good, there's a certain amount of time for all this stuff, and we expire. You're not gonna be ovulating until you die. You will, there will be a time where all of this stuff cuts off. Whereas men can father children until till they die. So the concept of time and urgency is a little bit different. It's different for them, and that's what it is. Suckers, I did a few things. Learn my shadow side, drowned in my passion, stop having sex, got aligned with my spirit. Ooh, Ivy. Somebody's getting transformed here. Is this because of me? Have I influenced this behavior? This is a testimonial here. Keep them coming. Men that don't bring their best string along and use women as placeholders, and the women let them. Yes, women let them. Listen, every relationship is a slave and master relationship. No man uses you on the strength of his own. He uses you through agreement. You have to agree to it. No one can use you unless you agree. Stop thinking that you're powerless. No one can use you unless you agree to it. It is a relationship. Your imprisonment is an agreement that he's better than you, that what he wants is better than what you want. You have agreed to all of that. That's why. So just understand that it is what it is. All relationships are a usury kind of thing. I want you because you got XYZ, and just because it doesn't, what you want doesn't require or isn't money, doesn't make you more virtuous. Can we cut that out? Stop listening to these guys when they talk that nonsense. So you could have sex with him for free, and your value doesn't diminish. You still have your morals intact. You're still a quote unquote good woman if you're acting on instinct of this thing called natural sex drive, right? But the moment you ask for money to take care of yourself, to take care of whatever it is you need to take care of, that can actually take care of you, because sex doesn't take care of you, right? Resources do. The moment you require that, all of a sudden now you're a woman that can't be trusted. You're evil. It's transactional now. The whole effing thing is transactional. Are you kidding me? What about a relationship isn't transactional? Talk to me. All of it is. Just want you ladies to understand that anytime you hear anybody talk, I don't care how cute he is. Okay? This is the ugly girls club. We don't care how cute you are. We don't roll off of cuteness. We don't roll off of surface stuff. Ugly girls understand that there's more to you than what's on the surface. So we're not impressed by the surface stuff. We're not ruled by that. We're not seeking your approval for it and none of that. We understand that it is deeper than that. Understand that there's nothing wrong with wanting a man with money. With wanting a man with more money than you. With wanting a man to provide a stable life for you. That's the point of a relationship to me. Otherwise, what? You there to help him out? You there to help you want to help him out? There's other people you can help out that deserve the sacrifice of your help more than he can. How about stay home with your mother and help her pay her mortgage? How about that? Why even start a relationship 50-50 when you could stay home with your mother and have a whole house? The run of a whole house. Around people who actually love you. And you're assisting them and you know your money's going to a good cause. You know the love will be reciprocated. There's no doubt about it. Stay home. Stay home. Because men come with heartache. They come with love, but they come with heartache and headache and trials and tribulations and all kinds of stuff too. And if it's costing you 50% for that, stay home and help your mother pay off her house. Keep your 50% and be roommates with your siblings. You and your sister get an apartment together, and y'all you give her 50% and be a free agent. Be a free agent. Because taking yourself off the market for a man costs more than 50%. It costs you your whole effing life. Uh-huh. Your whole life. 50%? I got to pay you 50% to take me off the market, and maybe you'll treat me right? If you treat me right, it's when you treat me bad for 50%? Don't do it. Don't do it. Now, I'm not saying you don't help a man, because you naturally will. When you care about somebody, you love somebody, you help them. You will. If you have a heart, if you have any chambers of your heart left, some women are heartless. Some women are damaged beyond repair. If you're not one of them, then you will help. You will have compassion and still a sense of humanity intact, and you will help. But he has to be willing to bring you bring you under his wing and protect you. Protect you, love you, provide for you. He has to be willing to do that. Otherwise, why shoulder the risk? Why take the risk for anything less than that? How many men have all of y'all ran through that they talk about in disgust? Like you just, you're tired, your stuff is used up. They complain about that too. All this organic love that you tried. How many times have you tried it organically? And it still don't amount to nothing. And it's even worse because you have nothing to show for it, because there was no exchange of value taking place. It was just a screw fest. Screw fest and kale wraps and, I don't know, shea butter or something. All you got is a greasy face out the deal. All you got is a milk mustache out the deal. How many of y'all been through that? Come on now. What we doing here? Huh, Ray? Yeah, LOL. What we doing here? Some men already know. I'm talking to a man now who's willing to get me everything, and I haven't asked. He just offers. He's not my type, my typical guy, but shoot, I'm willing to see what he's talking about. See what he's talking about. The ones you don't want are the ones that treat you nice. You know that, right? The ones you don't want are the ones that give you everything you want. The ones that you don't want. And the love will grow. If you're not physically attracted to him, to me, as you experience life together, the love will grow. It will. It will. So that sounds like a good start to me. Sounds like a great start to me. I see it all the time. I have a dear friend that's taking care of a lazy, cute dude and that she met. He was homeless. She's aging like milk, a beautiful woman wasting her life. Listen, y'all got to be careful with these things. These men will take the best years of your life and toss you like yesterday's garbage. Toss you away like 3-day-old cabbage. Toss you away. Are you kidding me? To take you off the market 50%? 50%? That's it? I don't get it. I don't get it. Black Pearl, I'm waiting to see you now. You know what I'm talking about. I'm waiting to see some things. I'm still waiting to get you that. But some women don't think that men are spending on women, but they are. Just got to open your eyes. Well, women who have a lack mentality, will feel that way. It's perception. Perception is reality. Whatever you perceive is your reality. Whatever you perceive is what you project, and it becomes your reality. So if you think it's impossible, every man you like is going to reinforce that impossibility. He's going to be a man that's unable to do anything for you. Those are who you're going to reach for, because you feel in yourself that you're unworthy. That's just what this thing is. And the reason why any of us feel unworthy is because we feel guilty. And we feel guilty because we're not doing what we're supposed to do. I need for y'all to understand this. Your self-esteem is connected to doing the right thing. I said this before, and I'll say it again to end this live. Your self-esteem is directly in line and connected with doing the right thing. When you don't do the right thing, you feel guilt. And once guilt comes upon you, you feel shame. And once shame comes upon you, you have a low self-esteem, low self-worth. You don't feel you're good enough. You feel like you're like a fraud. You can't judge anybody else's character because you are a fraud. Full circle. Full circle. And that's just what it is. So that's all I have for y'all today. Rethink this 50-50. I know some women who have money say, it's only fair. Fair is fair. Fair? Fair? What's that? Show me what's fair. Fair where? We keeping score now? Love isn't fair? If someone could get something for nothing from you, they will. They will. All day, every day. If you can get something for nothing, you will. This is human nature. So don't talk to me about fair. There is no such thing. Because if I have to ask you for something, you're not compelled to do it. That means I have to create a condition for you to give me things. And this is every man that you meet. You have to create the condition for him to give. Because if he can get it for free, he would. He would. And that's just what it is. So we have to get it out of our head that there is this thing called fair. There's this thing called, this is a requirement, and if I don't meet that requirement, I'm getting booted out. That's what you got. You got requirements that have to be met, and if they're not met, then you are of no use to the other person. That's what a relationship is. Fair? Where the hell is that? So because you were teaching a lot of African women to remain alone. Aww. Aww. Am I? Are you a woman or a man? I see numbers there. I can't tell. Who am I addressing here? I believe you are a man. I'm assuming that you are a man. Rosemary said, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You trying to indoctrinate me? 4441825. You're in the wrong house, dude. You're in the wrong house. What you got? What you got? So I'm supposed to tell women you take what you get? You're an African man. Perfect. How did I know? How did I know? Why are you not with your wife somewhere taking care of her? Why are you not with her? Why are you on my live? Why are you not at work? You're not even what we talking about here, because you on my live. You have time to be on my live instead of working, dude. So we're not even discussing anything. There's no point you can make. There's no point you can make here. Nobody's afraid of being alone. You know what we're afraid of? We're afraid of being with the wrong man. We're afraid of being hurt again. We're afraid of making a mistake. But we're not afraid of being alone. So that's part of the process. You got to be alone until you get something of value. So we're not afraid of that. Nobody's making life choices out of desperation here. Maybe you're on vacation, or you don't know if you're on vacation. You might be. Huh? You might be on vacation. I doubt it. I doubt it. You're a heckler, and you want to incite fear in women. You want us to be emotional. That's what you want us to do. That's what you want us to do. You have someone who depends on you. Do you have a wife that you love? Because if you had a woman that you loved, you wouldn't be on my live right now. You'd be taking care of her. It is what it is, though. Online complaining from his mom's basement. No, he don't live in his mom's basement. He live with a roommate. He live with three roommates. And they cook and they eat with their hands and stuff. They serve each other food with their hands. And you on my live. Hello? Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm at work and I'm listening. Well, we appreciate that. We appreciate that. Not true. The whole forum is about finding a significant other. All right. All right. And what I'm saying is your point is not significant here. Your point isn't significant here. We don't deal in fear. There's nothing I've said that's synonymous with, you know, campaigning for women to be alone. My whole thing is women have to be smart and women have to be strategic and women have to know why they're doing what it is they're doing. Women have to give men that they're not attracted to a shot. So I'm actually helping you out for 441 because I'm sure you're probably average. Men who complain are average and ugly too. You ugly guys always got complaints too because you want women who look better than what your pockets have. So you're always disgruntled. You're always complaining. You don't complain to me. You and me, we should be allies. Don't try to lie to me when we in the same boat. We trying to get a come up. You trying to come up too. You trying to come up to the women who don't want you. I'm trying to come up to men who don't want me. How about that? So let's confer degrees instead of you trying to run game on me talking about I'm trying to tell women they're gonna be single forever. We in the same boat, Jack. How about that? Huh? Eat that. Eat that. Please stop filming vertically. Just turn your phone. How about you buy me a phone that I want to turn vertically? I'll give you an address. You can buy me the brand new shiny phone and problem solved. Problem solved. Okay? This format is not about finding a man. It's about finding ourselves. Exactly. Exactly. That is what it's about, and I don't want anybody to get it misconstrued or twisted. I don't have the formula for you to find a rich man. You're not going to find that information here. I don't entertain that kind of stuff here. It's about self-love and preparing yourself mentally, physically, emotionally for the things that you want. A lot of women are walking around here functionally depressed. You look good, but you're taking pills. You look good, but you're suicidal. You look good, but you're frustrated. And we need another component to this thing. A lot of us are frustrated because we don't measure up to this society standard that really nobody measures up to because everybody's faking and fronting out here, right? Everybody. So it's about finding peace within yourself, finding a comfort and a relaxation with everything that you are, good, bad, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You guys that are on here, the banner says the Ugly Girls Club. What are you doing here? What are you doing here other than being an antagonist? Most men come to antagonize. Most men come to stir the emotional pot, to stir, get you triggered emotionally, get you doubting yourself. This is the job of men, to get you to doubt yourself so you do what they want you to do. The moment you doubt yourself, you become compliant. Do you understand that, ladies? The moment you doubt yourself is the moment you become compliant to their wishes. It's the moment you say, well, what I want isn't can't be really that important. Maybe he has a better plan for me than I do. And he's banking on that so that he can get access to you for free, for little or nothing. So that he don't even have to come up with the 50% that these dudes, these fools, these clowns lie and say they ready to give. They ain't even, truth be told, they ain't ready to give 50%. A lot of them ain't even ready to give that. Especially to a woman he feels isn't worth it. You got to get worth it. Your job, your first order of business for your life is to get worth it. Get worth it for yourself first. You got to sell yourself first. You're trying to sell men to take care of you, but you got to sell your own self first. If you can't sell yourself, you're not going to be able to sell anybody else. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Do you understand? Do I have to say it lower? If you don't sell yourself, you're not going to be able to sell nobody else on your worth. And why you can't sell yourself because you don't you a whole bunch. And men know this. They count on that. They complain, but they count on it. They benefit from it. Your low self-esteem is a benefit to people who don't want to give you anything. Yes, Ray, be a product of the product. I like that. Most broke men can't pull a pretty woman. That ain't true. There's a lot of pretty women taking care of men. Are you kidding? I wish that were true, but it's not. It's not. Pretty women don't have the market on smartness and discernment and all that stuff. They're just as needy as any unattractive woman. I keep telling y'all there's no difference in us. You think there is, and outwardly, it seems like it is. But a pretty woman has just as much insecurities and self-doubt as any average or below average woman. A lot of times even more because she's counting on the attention. She's so programmed to have it that the moment it's taken away from her, and this is a tactic, this is a dating tactic that men use, where they ignore a pretty woman just so he can get her attention. The quickest way for a man to get a pretty woman's attention is to ignore her. That's what they use. Oh, why he ain't looking at me? What's going? Do I have food on my chin? What? Why he ain't checking for me? Well, who is it? We are all in the same boat. Okay. Pretty women get played too all the time. I just told y'all I got a model friend taking care of a homeless bum. Listen, it happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. I need for you ugly girls to not be intimidated by men or pretty women. Those two type of people, I want you to stop feeling like they got the upper hand over you. It's conditioning. It's an emotional truth. It's not a fact. It's truth by emotions and how you respond. But neither one has any upper hand over you unless you become the slave, unless you agree that they do. The moment you agree, then you turn on or you establish the slave and master relationship. If you feel that an attractive woman has some edge over you, that she is better than you, that she is worthy of a better life than you, and you're assuming that she has a better life than you, because there's a lot of assumptions going on here too, you become a slave. You become an emotional slave and a pawn without even knowing it. Without even knowing it. Don't bow down to nobody, ugly girl. Don't people misconstrue and overlook your value and your virtue because of this all day, every day? So why would you do that to somebody else? Why would you assume? If people get your value wrong because of how you look, why would you then in turn do that to other people? Why would you in turn assume that because the way somebody looks, they have money, they have intelligence, they have a better life, they're not on drugs, they're not suicidal? You know, we're assuming all of these things based on the look, and everyone has gotten you pegged wrong because of how you look. If you have a life where everyone assumed that you are unworthy because of the way you look, you understand that looks are deceiving. Do we not understand, because of that fact, that looks are deceiving? Aren't you a fantastic woman if given a chance? Aren't you giving to a fault? If somebody would just take a chance and exploit you, goddamn it, just exploit me already. You don't even want to exploit me. I'm here. I got my money in my hand. You don't even want to take it out my hand. Isn't that what we're saying? Then you know for a fact, based on your entire life, based on the read of your entire life, that looks are deceiving. Do not be intimidated by anyone. No one. No one. Selkis, how legitimate is the red pill man? I don't know what else can be taught but to vet women if seeking marriage and how to be financially successful. I, you know, what can I say about that? People believe, listen, everybody's fronting. I'm gonna just tell the truth. Everybody's fronting. Everybody wants to sound logical and conscientious and like they never make a mistake. You know, like they're so intelligent and they don't do things on emotional whims when they do. No matter how much information you have, your emotions are in the equation with every decision that you make. Everyone. Everyone. That's everybody. These are your intellectual men. Also, the only ones that aren't moved emotionally are your savants, your bookworms, right? That are really, what do you call it? Just sapio sexual people that just aren't driven by anything but information. You have those people out there, but then they're not the majority. Most people are moved emotionally. Most people make a decision first emotionally and justify it with logic or intellect. But the first component is an emotional one. That's the first component. So because things are decided upon with a certain percentage of emotions, that means that everybody you meet is putting on a show. Putting on a show for the most part. So, you have to vet, you have to see what they're lying about, because everyone's lying. Everybody's lying about something. So you got to see what they're lying about. Don't say, "Oh, you shouldn't lie." People lie. "Oh, you shouldn't lie." Who doesn't lie? Who doesn't withhold the truth? Who doesn't put their best foot forward and push to the back their shadow selves? Everybody does, unless they're crazy. Only crazy people are totally honest. Like bat shite crazy people are totally honest. They're like drunk people. You know why people like to be around drunk people? Because they tell the truth. They tell because they're uninhibited. They're not fully conscious. So they're not trying to impress you. So they're fun to be around because just everything just comes out of their mouth. You know? And very few of us are like that. We are reserved. We are careful in what we say and how we present ourselves, and that's a fact. You have to get that in your head. That everybody you meet is hiding something. You you are and everybody else hiding something. And you just want to wait for that. The vetting process is just, oh, let me see how crazy this dude is. Assume that they are. You just want to know if their crazy level is a match to yours, or if their crazy level is as high as the Tower of Babel, then there's nothing you can do about that. You want to know if their crazy level is on par with yours because they have it. I mean, crazy and a carefree, not insane. You're crazy carefree. Everybody said I say I'm crazy carefree too, but I'm crazy too. You're crazy. You know, you're trying to clean it up. This is what we do. You just told a lie right there, Ivy. I'm just carefree crazy. I'm not really crazy. We all nuts. Okay, look at the world. How can you not be in this kind of world? We're all nuts. Some of us function and some of us can't. Some of us need medication. You know, some of us are on that level that we can't deal with reality, so we need to be medicated. And we choose to be medicated through prescription drugs, through street pharmaceuticals, through foods. You know, foods are drugs too. You know, people just choose their drug of choice. Pick your poison, as they say. What they said, the world's a stage and we're all actors. Hello? Hello? I meditate with Mary Jane. Okay. All right. Street pharmaceuticals. Yes. Yes. Some people do that. Listen, I expect people to be loony. I expect them to at least be as loony as I am. I expect that. I'm like, okay, let me see how crazy this person is. I get excited when I talk to people and meet people because I want to know how their shadow side will manifest. So it's interesting. And the reason, I would say in closing to all of my ugly girl comrades, listen, the site is live. You have to send your stories in because I want to start posting some stuff up. Don't be ashamed, y'all. Can you stop with the shame? I don't want people to know, and I don't want people to know. Listen, you a walking billboard of what you feel about yourself. You ashamed that people gonna find out what? When they don't found out, the way you look is a found out. Like the way you look is a found out. Like, if you ugly, the way you look is already telling the tale. What you ashamed of now? You might as well go for broke. Go for broke and let the cat out the bag. Let the cat out the bag. The one thing you can't afford to be as an unattractive woman is ashamed about anything. Because your magnetism, your ability to be unforgettable is in your ability to be totally comfortable with yourself. People expect you to be uncomfortable. They expect you to be insecure. They expect you to be a charity case when you don't look so hot. But if you can tap into that I don't give a F, that I don't give a you know what, when you can tap into that and open yourself up, you become unforgettable to everybody that is in your presence. They will remember your name. They want to know what you think. Why? Because you're the only one in that crowd that's not ashamed of herself. They'll be coming to you for counsel. They'll be coming to you for your opinions. They want you around when you are not ashamed of yourself. Magnetic. Magnetic. You got to get rid of that. So send your stories in. Send your testimonials in. Email me. Send your pictures in. Don't be afraid to put it up there. You got to wear this thing like a badge of honor. You got to wear ugly. Oh, suckers, I don't know if I can say that. I don't know. Why not? You say it every day anyway. You say it in the mirror when nobody's looking. When you get dressed in the morning, you put lip gloss on that grill, on that mug, on that muzzle. When you're looking at your four-finger nose, you already saying that. Oh, suckers, I don't know. You don't know what. You don't know what. Own it. Own it. If you're ashamed, you can be used. If you're ashamed of yourself, you can be and will be used. Uh-huh. It is what it is. So with that said, I got to roll. I got things to do, places to go, things to deliver. Y'all check out my art site too, iloveherart.com. Pick you up a painting and stop wasting time on this experience. I'm the baddest chick out here on all fronts. I'm a Renaissance woman. Who do you know that's a life coach, an artist, a poet, a writer, a relationship expert? An ugly girl who's fearless out here, who's trying to heal, who is healing people out here. Who's doing what I'm doing out here? Nobody. Get a piece of that magic. Get a little sprinkle of that fairy dust. Get a piece of that magic and put it in your home. Put it on your desk, where you work at, where you make money at, where you make love at, wherever. Wherever. Get some magic. I love her art.com. Okay. That's it. Thank you, Rosemary, for jumping on. Thank you, Ivy, Angela, Chocolate Sugar. Are you new here? Thank you all. That's right. Who cares what people might think? A lot of people care. That's the point. So we got to get you to care less. We got to get you to care a little bit less. That's the cure. The cure for insecurity is to care a little less. All right, I'm out of here. Peace and love.